All right, thanks for tuning into the YouTube. We are going to do our YouTube exclusive mailbag questions. Ask to us on twitter.com. Biko, take it away.
All right, so we have two questions. One is from @BKLYNGEE. And the question is, what is a job you think you would be great at without any experience?
Ooh, that's a great question. I have never even thought of being asked that fucking question. Wow.
Podcasting?
Nah.
Podcast.
We got to do better than that. Come on. Yo, what would be
I'm just saying,
job?
we did trip our way into a full-time job straight out of the gutters of Patreon, bro.
It might be podcasting.
I'll come up with a better one. I'll come up with a better one.
Jackson, you start.
That's a good question.
That is such a good question.
We already said it's a good question.
I know. I think I would be
Jackson.
I think I would
Quit
be
stalling. Quit stalling. What's your answer?
I have an answer.
Go ahead.
I think I would be good at being a bartender. I think I can
that's low key a job I always
manage
wanted.
a lot of things at once, while also also managing a very surface level conversation with someone.
Oh man, so you're personable like that? I mean,
I'd probably get a little tired of it, but
okay, yeah.
At least at the start. At least at the start of a
like,
shift. At least at the start of a
person.
shift. Maybe by the end, I
Okay.
might be a little bit annoyed, but
I think working at being a bartender at a bar that like never gets busy seems like a very fucking
yeah,
cool
not like one of these crazy constant that would stress me out, but something that's sort of just like
You're a watering hole bartender.
yeah, like
you remember the regulars,
right?
drinks.
Yes,
Bartender is
absolutely.
Such a great answer.
Unless you want tips.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's true.
I think I'll be a fire personal trainer, bro.
You would be. You low key have been
Because-
my personal trainer for the last like 2 or 3 years, bro.
I would have homies pull up and I work out with them, and like they were like, "You're so like positive." I love that. You know what I mean? I love teaching people. I love helping people. You know what I'm saying? And I like helping people get to their goals. Like I really enjoy that excitement of that. So I think I'd be a great personal trainer, and I just love working out, obviously. So I got a bunch of knowledge of that shit. So yeah, I think that's me. It's not as fun as bartender. Bartender is such a good answer. But I mean, if I'm being true to myself, it would be personal training. Like I just have my disposition, I think, matches well with that.
Tyler, what you got?
If you guys still need
I'm
time,
stuck.
I have a funny story related to John's. Not funny story.
Go ahead.
Because
So Tyler can think.
I thought I would be. That's not personal training, but like I feel like I'm good with kids, and like I can like handle that kind of situation. And I grew up playing golf a lot. I was like on the golf team. So I thought I was gonna be good. I worked at a golf course, just like doing. I talked about this before. And so over the summers, I would help out with like the summer camps, teaching kids, and both with that, and I gave one kid in my neighborhood guitar lessons for a little bit. I'm trash at it. I really think that I would be good at that kind of thing, and I'm just not good at it. I don't
Really?
I don't know
that's
why. I'm just. Not that
you know
good at
what?
it.
How old were you when you failed at that?
In high school, so that's probably why.
I bet you'd be good at it now. I
That's
bet you would
probably
be good
why.
at it.
I guess high school and like
yeah.
slightly beyond high school for the golf lessons, but the guitar, I was just, dude, this kid in our neighborhood, he was my brother's buddy, and he was just not good. And I was like, why can't you handle this, bro? I'm like, you can't do this. This is easy.
You were like magic out there?
Like, what the hell, bro?
Why don't you see the game the way I see the game?
Basically.
I think the thing is you got to give them positive things to be excited about that happen in that moment and things to
know.
look forward to.
I know.
So like celebrate little wins.
This is why you're good.
and give them
This
things
is why
to
you'd
look
be good
forward
at this
to as
job.
well.
This is why you'd be good at
You know what I'm
this
saying?
job.
But I'm just saying, like, but yeah. So I think that anyway. Tyler, what you think?
Yeah, I think my answer might be like therapist, because I feel like I'm
Such a good
so
answer.
yeah, I feel like so many of my homies hit me in like, all right, man, I need to talk to you about something. I know you're gonna shoot straight with me, so that's why I'm hollering at you. Like I get that from a lot of my homies. You know what I'm saying? Not at all trying to downplay how important therapists
You don't
are.
gotta do that.
Yeah.
You don't gotta do that. People know.
Like, yeah,
We know.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I'm a
therapists
wife
are
guy.
very
I don't
much
want to
needed.
crack my mother-in-law, but that's what you're doing it again, Tyler.
Hey, I'm just saying though. Like
I know what you
I'm not at all saying
Yeah,
saying that
for
that,
sure.
that therapists
Because
have it easier
people
or
will
whatever.
take it a
Yeah.
different way. I understand. Yeah.
But I think I'm really good at telling hard truths gently. You know what I mean? I think that's something I'm good at. So
And you don't judge. Like I know I can tell you something, and you're not gonna judge me. You know what I mean? You might not take part in the fucking filthy shit. You know what I mean? But it's not like you're gonna be like,
Not
This is a filthy
not
ass
to betray
nigga.
what type of conversations John's talking about.
I told him my whip used to look like you trying to black light my past whip. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We've been friends for a minute, but nah. You know, but like, yeah, bro. I feel like you never judge, and I think that's really important too. Where you can look at somebody, they can tell you something difficult to say, and you don't turn them into a bad person. You know what I mean? You look at the situation and not put it on the human. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was gonna say, I actually had the exact same fear that Tyler did about sounding like I was being disrespectful to therapists. So instead of therapist, I was gonna say life coach. But I do feel like therapist is also what I meant. I've always been the person that people call and like just want to get advice from. Like you said, like, hey, I know you're gonna be honest with me without making me feel like shit or whatever.
Right.
So I would say that. But then similarly, like, y'all were talking about working with kids. Like I love coaching Vinny's team so much. Like, and it was not something that I would have thought I was like good at, but it is like being able to communicate like complicated ideas in a simple way to children is, as it turns out from my experience watching other people, I think it's a more nuanced skill than I was aware that it was. So I would guess, I guess I would say like a life coach or something like that. I love, like, you know, we have these high school interns and shit too. John, you're working with Dre, one of our interns. I love like these kids come for like advice and they're so worried about stuff. And most of the time just being able to be like, the thing you're worried about, it's normal that you're worried about that. You could just see the like anxiety release
Kind of melt away a little bit. Bro,
yes.
honestly, if I'm keeping like, bro, if I won the lottery, I would be a teacher. If I won the lottery, I would be a teacher. I would coach a high school team. That would be.
You're in California, man. Teachers make pretty good money out here.
When I was a recruiter, I didn't want to progress up the ladder because as you progress up the ladder, you get farther away from the kids.
Right.
And like I would have kids come to me in like their junior year in college, still asking me questions because I felt like a responsibility once I got them to the school to get them through. You know what I mean? So like people would get the kid to come to school and they forget about him and worry about the next year. I'm like, nah, like they came here because it's the words that I told them. I want to make sure that they have a good experience. You feel what I'm saying? And I still have some kids still hit me up on Twitter and shit, like and IG, like, you know what I'm saying, hit me up.
That's the
like,
best
bro,
feeling,
like,
isn't it?
I just fucking love kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think like if my natural disposition would be great at personal training, but like if I could just do anything and like you know, if I won the lottery and just to stay, I would become a teacher. I wouldn't, you know what I mean? I'd be cool. I would be cool monetarily. I'd be a teacher because I love kids and I coach like a high school team or some shit.
Biko, can I ask a quick follow-up to the fellas on that one? Okay. What was the last thing you did that you like utterly failed at? Because I feel like all of us are like reasonably smart people who I know from y'all. I mean, we were joking about the podcast, but like I know y'all have been good at shit just like off of being good at it. What was the last thing you like completely fucked up at and were like, oh, this is not this is not for me?
That's a good fucking question.
I think it's good maybe that I don't even remember it. Like I don't know. Like absolutely failed?
Yeah.
Wow. I just know I'm not a good corporate citizen. I probably shouldn't maybe we shouldn't document that. But like I'm just I want to say this. I've been thinking about this.
Like
shit.
swallowing bullshit generally, though, is your answer.
I saw this on IG, and I've been thinking this for a while. Once you work within something, like my hobby has been like watching sports and all this shit, right? Once you work within it, it is no longer a hobby.
Right.
It's a job. You know what I mean? And for people that are like, I want my hobby to be my job, I get it completely, bro. You chasing a dream, but when you get to that point, it becomes a job. You need to find a new fucking hobby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because watching basketball is not going to feel the same when I'm covering it on 3 different shows like last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, it becomes work. And so like, I feel I don't know what made me say that. I forget what the
No,
the original
that's
point
actually
was.
why that's
but-
actually why I asked the question, because my therapist asked me that question when I was in therapy a couple years ago, because I talked about the podcast. I was like, well, I started out wanting to be a writer, and then I got a job as a writer, so then I write all the time for a living, and then I was doing this podcast for fun with my friends, and then we signed up, and now we're doing it. We're doing pretty well off it and everything. And she was like, do you have anything in your life that you do that's just fun that never turned into something you're making money off of? And I was like, my kids. She was like, it can't be like something you're doing for another person, like something you do for yourself. And I was like, no, I kind of turned all the stuff I like into a job. And she was like, there's a real downside to that. So that she actually prescribed video games to me. She was like, you like playing video games? You have no aspirations to do that for a living? That's why whenever you would bring up Twitch, I was like, my therapist won't let me do it, bro. Like, I got.
but G, like, oh, for sure, that makes sense. Like, the reason I work out hellas is because when I can go brain dead.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's when I can that's the gift I give to myself.
Yeah.
Because the other shit that I love, I've turned into work, similar to what you said. You know what I'm saying? So like, man, like
my answer to the question, I do want to hear y'all's answer since I asked it to y'all, but to kick it off, I'm horrible at anything visual arts. I know y'all are both great at drawing and stuff. I can't draw shit. It's like a running joke with Shar. Like, I would in college, draw a portrait of her that would be the ugliest looking thing. And I'd be like, you know what I mean? I can't do it. Maya tries to teach me how to draw and paint and shit all the time. I just have fun listening to her talk about it, but I got a brain that pointed in a different direction. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can think of anything I felt out, but I'm with John on the whole, fuck corporate America shit. And I actually like recruiting, right? I love recruiting because I'm way more of I'm very much pro candidate. I'm not in this shit to help big companies reach.
You're like 49.5% Robin Hood.
right, yeah. I'm not in this shit to help these billionaires get rich. I'm in this shit to help working class folks get fucking a leap in quality of life with a new job. That's what I love about recruiting. But I don't, I've been working remotely since 2015. I'm never going back to the office. And it kind of goes back to the diversity discussion we had before, bro. I just do not want to be the only black guy in an office ever a fucking again. Ever. That's a unique type of hell. I don't think white people know how good they have it in the corporate world. When you go to an office and it's nothing but you, I cannot imagine ever having a job where I go to an office and it's me and 15 other black people. Are you kidding me? That would be heaven.
I was about to say that was Kev's pitch to John.
Right. Bro, and I think that's where I got on the job shit. Because I feel I'm not good at being, and I think that's the reason why. I was at recruiting, my numbers were incredible. I was breaking fucking records at that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I was in the office with my door closed, and my boss had a particular perception of me that wasn't, the numbers didn't speak to that. And I had to check his ass like I wanted to beat your ass, but I'm gonna beat your ass with these words type shit more than I should have, being that I had these fucking, my numbers was, I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm killing motherfuckers. You know what I mean? With this shit. So I've also realized that even when you get into jobs you love, there's still weird ass motherfuckers like that. And those spaces are still very similar demographically, even in sports. You feel what I'm saying? So the only job I've ever loved is this one, bro. You know what I mean? And so that's why I say, that's where I think I'm not good at pretending like I should to be in those positions like those.
I think that's a good, my mom told me we talked about the other job the last time. My mom told me that's a gift. And she was like, I won't ever let you feel bad about it. She said, the best way to be is that you can't live as someone else. You know what I mean? And obviously with her experience with my dad and shit, she was really saying that from the heart, but she's like, that's a gift that you were given, was that you can't sit somewhere that you don't belong for 20 seconds.
I can be good at jobs that I don't love, but it'll eat the fuck out of me. I'm not good at that pretending like everything's sweet, bro. You know what I mean? It's just, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Biko, sorry. Next question.
No need to apologize. Okay, next question is from @YoungFeeny. What's the actually, I lied. That's not the question. I'm sorry. Let me go back. That's not the one that I.
Damn, young Feeny. Sorry, man.
Sorry.
That's
Fuck
the
you,
homie
your
too, man.
Girl, whatever. She
That's
said,
the young
fuck your
Feeny,
question,
man.
my
That's
boy. Not today.
It was still a good question, but skirt, skirt.
Hit the brakes of your shit. Try to do better next time, brother. I guess there's some advice for that ass. You hear me?
Okay, this one is from Kevin Chocolat. One thing about each of you that people wouldn't guess or is generally out of character for yourself.
Wow, you really asked me to bare my motherfucking soul on this shit. I don't have a answer right now, but that's a great question.
What,
Text it.
something people will be surprised about us? Or?
I'm pretty good at math.
Yeah.
Or like not only to a certain level. Like once I hit calculus, terrible, couldn't do it. But
So you're not good at math.
Are you telling me that you, an
I'm just-
Asian
well,
person,
okay, no. But so like,
But not
I didn't want to
calculus?
say
so
it.
growing up, no. Growing up, I was like, but then
that's like
but as
the most famous stereotype.
but people who know me now, like as an adult, like my
Okay.
personality, people do not expect me to be good. Especially like I work in media. Like, also, none of my friends now are racist, motherfuckers. Fuck you guys.
I find that very.
I love that you did that. Congratulations.
when I was
you took up for yourself. That was
when I was a kid, obviously, but now
that's really.
Yeah.
I went to school like everybody else, but now
That's great. That makes me very happy.
Something I'm good. Something it was good at, or something that what people would know.
Something that you're good at, or that like people wouldn't expect, like something unexpected about you.
Oh, I don't. Would people expect me to have anxiety issues? Probably.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
feel like
know.
we've discussed that in depth. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I guess you would. Yeah, damn.
Hmm.
What y'all got? This is good.
Yeah, that's a good
This
fucking
is a
question.
good one. It's sort of fucking me up because I do not spend a lot of time thinking about what
I'm not.
people think of, like what my
Yeah.
perceived image would be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can sew. I learned that shit in fucking home ec in like 10th grade, and that shit is like muscle memory. Like Summer was like crocheting some shit, and I was like, let me see if I still got it, and that shit was just still there, bro.
All
Boring as hell, but
That's
it's
a great
true.
answer.
That's a great
answer.
answer.
Holy
Because I would not
crap.
have expected that.
Yeah, damn. I didn't even.
I have one. It might be a little bit weird though. I can communicate with animals.
Oh my god.
Like, what does that mean?
Shut up, bro.
Before,
I was like, Dr.
can you
Stop.
explain what that means before we start?
And you said it like that for a reason.
yeah,
you
he like
did that
paused.
to us.
Yeah,
You
I
can-
You
mean,
could have
can-
really just spoke to what it really is.
You could clown me all you want for it, but if you put me near a squirrel, I could get the squirrel to come over. If you put me in a house with a cat, that the person's like, this cat does not like people at all. The cat will. I can have the cat over being good with me within like 60. I'm dead serious, within like 60 seconds. And since I was a kid, I've always had that it was like, oh, that this animal always runs and hides, but then it's just like, I don't know, like I just am very chill. I can verbally communicate with cats. I do very good meowing impressions of different cat specific meow. I'm dead serious. But cats where it's like, it'd be like my aunt would be like, well, this is the cat. My aunt was like, my aunt's, we want to talk about stereotypes. My aunt is gay. She has a collection of animals at her house. Even the animals that would never visit with anyone else she'd be like, you're the only person that's ever come over here that cat has like sat with. And then the whole week we'd be staying with her, the cat would be like glued to me.
That's
you know
it.
what I mean?
That's a.
So
Are gay women known to be cat women too? Is that like a thing? Is that what you're talking about with the stereotype?
yes,
Oh, I had no idea.
without elaboration. Yes.
I get
Yeah.
you, Mike. The word communicate, I feel like, is what threw all of us.
Yeah.
You project an energy that animals universally seem to like. That is interesting.
Yeah.
I make friendship bracelets. I love making friendship bracelets.
Wow.
Like I made
What?
a lot of
To this
one.
day?
Yes, I love them. Yeah. I haven't made one in a while, but since I had a shorty, no, but I can make.
What if
Since I had a kid, I haven't done
hold
it.
on. While Jackson
like-
and I are holding, I guess we're on YouTube. I don't have to describe it.
I think I got an Instagram.
What if Tyler
post
just
of,
held?
like,
What
me
if
making
Tyler
them.
held up
Tyler
his
had a
wrist and
friendship
he had one?
That'd be
They're like,
crazy.
nah!
Guess you're not in the circle, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I made one for Rhonda too. But like, yeah, I love making friends. It's like a peaceful thing for me. Like Like I'll have like reading and making friendship bracelets throughout my life has been something that's been consistent as far as like
That's
something I've enjoyed
genuinely
doing.
beautiful. And if Maya ever finds that out about you,
I'm gonna make her one. It's
I
over with.
wish
Are
you
they
the best of
bracelets
luck.
with like string,
over
or do
with.
they have
I'm making
beads,
one.
or are they both? Or
It's a string. I go to this bead, not beads. It's string. I go to Michael's and I'll get particular
braid them
colors
together?
and I'll do like the little. It's almost like but it's not really braiding. It's
The
more like
knots.
you're doing like
Yeah.
it's a knots, but you're tying it. The bow reminds me of like a boat sail.
Oh,
The
okay.
bow that I use.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
how I do. Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, bro.
You know what Maya calls Michaels?
What?
Daddies.
That girl
Bro,
has a
she's
sense of
literally
humor,
perfect, bro. That is a perfect human being just walking around the planet. I mean, it's just crazy. We
She'll
don't
be like,
deserve her. It's
I'll be picking her up. She's like, Mom's gonna take me to Daddy's tonight. I'm like, oh really? What's
It's-
going on?
it's
She's like,
right
I'm gonna.
there.
She'll go like, I'm gonna get some new charms. Like that's what
Bro,
she'll
bro,
say.
It's right there, and I wouldn't have seen it in 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, of course.
I have one last question. I do want to ask Young Phoenix because I feel like it's going to be a good answer. So we'll just try to make it
So,
quick. At Young Feeny, thank you for your question. We're
okay.
actually going to answer it. What's the most important album to you? Not like
Ooh.
in specific terms of rapping in the car, genre, etc., but one that was important to you in a time when you
Oh
needed
my
it the most.
God.
Ooh, that's
Damn, there's so many good shit.
I'll go.
Okay.
I'll go first because I have a quick answer for that, which is I talked about the Lupe Fiasco's Food and Liquor. I think on the last one of these we did, leading to me quitting a job that I needed to quit just because listening to him, it was clear that he was doing what he was supposed to be doing, and that made it very clear to me that I was not doing what I was supposed to be doing. So a lot of very important albums in my life, obviously, but that's the one that like I could point to making me like make a decision that it was good for me to have made.
Jeez. My answer is probably gonna be College Dropout. And the dude who made that, he is long gone, bro. He's not the same dude who made that album.
Yeah,
He
that
died a
nigga,
long
right?
time
Yeah,
ago.
Yeah.
And College Dropout, it was so important to me because, you got to understand the fucking landscape of rap in 2004. 50 was on top. It was the era of the super fucking gangster. Here comes this regular motherfucker.
And you had to weigh 230 pounds all muscle, nigga. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And here this regular dude comes like, yo, I'm just a regular motherfucker who tried to do this college shit. That shit ain't work out for me. I'm trying this rap shit. And I'm not gonna be like these old fuddy-duddy motherfuckers. I'm just gonna be a real regular motherfucker. I ain't a thug. I ain't a gangster. But I still got something to say. My voice still matters too, right? And that really resonated with me because I ain't never been a tough guy. I was a college motherfucker like Kanye was. You know what I'm saying? So, and that came along at a very pivotal point where I was close to graduating. I was like, bro, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with my life after college and shit, right? So it came along right around that time, and Kanye was like, bro, you might not have this shit figured out, but you can still make some shit shake. You know what I'm saying? Stick to your guns, be you, and you can still make some shit shake. So it might be College Dropout for me, even though, like I said, the dude who made that doesn't even exist anymore, bro.
Bro, I played that album so fucking much because of that same reason that I was in college. And it made me feel, I felt understood listening to Kanye. But it's not Kanye because fuck that nigga. The album that when I was like changing my career, like when I like left and moved to Atlanta and was like going the art route, you know what I'm saying, leaning into the shit that I love doing, this shit, going to art school. I'll listen to Earl Sweatshirt's I Don't Like Shit, I Don't Go Outside. I listened to that so much. I was in a weird space mentally. And I was like, it was a big change. So obviously, like you kind of like get kind of depressed and shit. But I felt like that was the shit I played over and over and over and over and over to kind of get through the days while I felt uncomfortable until I adjusted to my new way of existing and starting something over. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. Leaving St. Louis was really difficult for me. So yeah, that helped me out a lot. And also, I feel like that. I don't like shit. I'm fucking depressed, nigga. You feel me? And yeah. Also, the album's just so fucking good. It's fire as fuck. Vince is on it. I think he's on the last song on there.
Yeah, he's on it. Shit, what's the name of that track? But Earl Sweatshirt.
His verse was crazy.
Yeah, Earl Sweatshirt said one of my favorite lines ever when he said, roll a blunt fatter than a butcher's ankles. Come on, dog.
Yeah. Dog, he was rapping. That's the last album he really rapped. You know what I mean? He had one after that when he was leaning into his new way of rapping. You know what I'm saying? But like now it's more like experimental, and I'm not mad at it. There's some of the songs I love.
Yeah.
But that at the time, like Earl was like that album and the one before that. I think maybe it was 3 albums, but there was 3 albums where like I just loved everything he fucking talked about.
Yeah.
He spoke from a place that nobody his age, you know what I'm saying, could like he pulled from places like, nigga, you ain't grown enough to be speaking about things with this much, you know, introspection and, you know, and self-awareness and shit, bro. Like, so yeah.
Jackson. I almost want to guess Jackson's, but
I don't think you're gonna guess mine.
okay.
I mean, I did almost say Graduation, another Kanye album, but well, no, I mean, it's got a lot of bangers. I mean, it's got a lot of great albums, but my answer is not as like deep as your guys's. I feel like kind of lame going last. My answer is Prince dropped an album in 2004 called Musicology. I was 8 years old in 2004, and that I was just looking for an eye roll from Mike. That's all. And that
I
album,
believe it.
He's not even
gonna
gonna say anything else. He just wanted to say he was 8 in 2004.
Okay. I thought you were making fun of his
that album
choice.
was really
Oh, no, not at
important
all.
to me, like my developing my musical taste. Prince toured that album, and that was the first concert I ever went to. My dad, shout out to my dad for taking me to a Prince concert.
Get your dad on the
as an 8-year-old.
That's
as an 8-year-old.
fire, bro.
And so it just really helped, I think, shape my sort of musical tastes and like journey. I was also like playing guitar. I had taken guitar lessons for a few years at that point. So I was like a really like important part of my like life musical journey, I would say.
Are you a Prince fan?
Huge Prince fan.
Oh shit, me too. But see, I tapped that like the new power generation era. That's after that is where I get off, bro.
Yeah,
Right,
which is fine. But and the old stuff is better than the new stuff. But I still was like, because that's sort of when I was getting into music more. It was when he was dropping his newer stuff. I was really into a couple of his newer projects.
Have you heard the song Morning Papers? Y'all ever play that song?
Mm-hmm.
What's it about?
Shit, it was about it was like social commentary on how fucked up shit is. Like I remember him.
Okay.
Yeah, talking about like, you know, kids killing kids and that shit and all that. So, you know, Prince did a lot of social commentary.
I kind of understood it to be something else, but I loved it. I played that song for like 3 days the first time I heard it. But go ahead.
Yeah, Prince did a lot of social commentary and shit. Especially, you know, Sign of the Times. Like that's the one right there for that.
All right, I believe that is our YouTube exclusive. Thanks for listening,
Mike.
I did. This is late. I'm
Jesus.
sorry.
I always hide my yawns behind the mic. I'll go behind the microphone and I'll yawn. little tip for you guys. You know what I mean?
I usually do this
If
one.
I get on a tangent and boring the shit out of you, you know.
Big, I never yawn when I'm bored. I just yawn when it's 10 o'clock and I got up early to run 3 miles with my wife. But that's all good. But we talked about this though. I had a perfect day today, and it would not have been perfect without hanging out with y'all at the end of it. So I'm glad we got to.
Oh
My
my God, bro! I'm gonna get high and think about that shit.
What the hell's going on with Jackson shit?
I don't
Jackson
know
is
what,
like,
Zoom.
But
God,
it's fire.
Jackson.
Keep that in. Keep that in the
What
happened?
record. That's
What
crazy.
did? Oh, he
Just
got one of
like
the
it-
reactions.
It was
Yeah,
the
yeah,
craziest
yeah.
one yet. Yeah.